No. More.
Hello, everybody. Welcome into Sunday night. I got to make a quick camera adjustment here. Several restarts were required of my system today. I'll explain that later on. There we go. The DaVinci didn't want to work effect, I think, is what it was more like. So, yes, we are live. Let me unmute you guys
I will
tonight.
save a comment for later then.
All righty. Welcome into the Zoom homies on Sunday, August 25th, 2025. It's been a long day. I got up at 9 o'clock. Okay, so that one, I changed a voice last night. I don't remember which one it was. I'll know it when I hear it, if I hear it, if it works. So far, SpeakerBot's working. Before I forget, I want to get right at the top. Thank you to Rick Lakes for a $20 super chat contribution to the channel. Thank you, Rick. I will get with you on your DaVinci questions. Two of the three numbers I understand. One of the three numbers you can set back to 0. It is the counter of the time of the video. The one at the bottom and the one at the top. The other one, I have no clue. I've not yet figured that out. But I will get with you on that and show you. It's pretty simple, actually. The other thing I want to do is I want to thank Sean Gallagher. It looks like he's gifted 15 memberships.
Hello, Greg Guy.
Yeah, the Greg Guy one I like. I haven't changed it yet, so I'm going to keep it like it is. Speaking of Greg, oh yeah, Greg's here. Okay. Sean gifted out 15 memberships. I don't recognize any of the names, so
Tony Wallow said.
I appreciate it. Yeah. Possibly. I don't know. I've got some research to do.
No,
I
I'm just
have
giving
no
Sean a hard
idea.
time.
So, Ghetto joined us, and it looks like Greg is eating dinner. So we're not gonna bother Greg.
Here's one member you'll have to be careful how you say it, Dan Van Duck.
Yeah, I seen that. That's right up there with Tree Fitty.
Or Hudrucker's Hamburgers or whatever.
Yeah, they went out of business, didn't they?
That I don't know. There used to be one in Myrtle Beach where my wife's aunt lived.
I think they did. There used to be one in Mira Mesa where we visited this past April, and I'm pretty sure they did go out of. They had great hamburgers, by the way. Absolutely fantastic hamburgers. So,
well, their website is still going.
Maybe they're in select locations. I'll have to remind myself to check in that after the stream.
You can still franchise them according to their website.
Yeah, I seen a really cute billboard yesterday. Speakerbot is alive and well. I am going to. Now that audio should have lowered immensely as I just adjusted it in OBS. Alex Sheik joins us. Sean Gallagher joins us. Ghetto and Greg Guy, who wishes to not be disturbed. So everybody reach out and say hi to Greg. He
John
doesn't want to be
Williams said
disturbed.
Mrs. K.
Hi, Greg.
Oh, I see it continues on from Facebook. So,
토니 왈로세드
Greg
헬로
Guy found his
그레카이
phone, huh? He
he
pulled it
found
out.
a phone. I don't know if it's his phone, but he did find a phone. I don't know if he's got it working. We're not gonna bother Greg tonight at all.
My son's old phone.
Oh, okay.
I just want to know if he got his grass dethatcher put back together.
No, I just got the carbon brushes today.
Dan,
Tony Wallow said
the Zoom
subscribe.
is off in the YouTube.
Do what?
The Zoom is lower in YouTube. It's cutting off the bottom.
Oh yeah, it's because I got to make it full screen. Now it should be. It's fine now. Thank you.
Okay.
I forgot that I've got to make that full screen in order to fill the size because I gave up trying to adjust it otherwise. Just so much easier. Make it full screen. Done. I don't have to worry. I don't need to see the clocks behind them because I can see the clocks on the monitoring, so it's good. Speaking of the clocks, they went haywire today. I kid you not. I'm pretty sure I did at least 3, if not 4 or 5 restarts of my system today because I couldn't get something to work in DaVinci that I still can't get to work in DaVinci. Really frustrating. Now, that's not entirely true. I got it to work one time when I was just messing around, and now I can't get it to work at all. So I've reached out to someone to say, what is going on? What am I missing? I'm really going to be frustrated if it's something as simple as a .jpg versus a .png. That's just speculation on my part. I'm 99% sure I saved it as a PNG. So we'll see. Anyway, I hope everybody's doing all right today. I had a long day. I did finally lay down about 5 o'clock and took a nap. Was not going to go play golf. It was 93 degrees here this afternoon. We are expecting 90-degree weather all the way through Thursday. I don't think I will be playing golf at all this week. If I do, it'll be later this week. I feel fine. I've got a little bit of sniffling going on, but otherwise, I'm good.
We had a great day here. High today was only 93.
Only 93.
Went out to eat at a different cafe today. A guy that I've known for a long time owns it. And we actually sat outside to eat. Had a nice breeze, and it was really great.
Yeah, I love sitting outside, both in Las Vegas and in San Diego when we lived there. I thoroughly enjoy eating outside. And you can do that out there because there's not a lot of insects around to bother you. Back here, Okay, the sound much better today. I'm not sure what Long Dog's referring to, but good. I'm glad.
We're comfortable 71 degrees out right now. I'm going to be 66 tonight.
That's window opening weather right there. We're 79 right now. It's headed your way, Greg.
No, not till Thursday, and only 92.
Only 92. What's the humidity going to be?
Oh, I don't know. I have to goddamn move my mouse.
We're 93 tomorrow, 95 Tuesday, 94 Wednesday, 93, and there's a 30% chance of rain on Friday, and it's going to drop to 89, 84 over the weekend, 83 on Sunday. Monday, 78. So a week from tomorrow, I will probably be able to play golf. We discussed it, but given the last week, I don't want to push things. I pushed things today. I did more housework today than I've probably done in a month. But Mrs. K said she wanted to get some housework done, so I helped her out. And when I say I helped her out, I did most of the work. No, she did not sit on the couch and watch Korean and or Filipino TV, or Netflix for that matter. She actually was preparing breakfast and dinner and lunch and snacks. Speaking of food, we started something new today. This is my list right here of everything I've consumed today. My blood sugar readings, the time, this is my morning blood sugar. It was 139 when I got up. At 2 hours after eating, I got to check it again at 11 o'clock. We're writing down everything. We did a lot of Googling last night on good food for diabetics. If this don't kill me.
Let me ask you a dumb question here. What is the blood sugar range supposed to be?
The standard says 2 hours after you eat, you're supposed to be below 180. And that's what I'm basing it off of. And right now, I'm meeting that threshold. Now, over the summer, I mean, we ate. Don't misunderstand me. We ate. We had baked potatoes. We had French fries. We had very little to no desserts. A lot of breads, a lot of carbs, things we probably should have not eaten as much as we should have. Now go ahead, Chris. Go ahead.
I said okra.
No okra. Did not eat any okra. I don't see okra in the near future either.
Mine just says okra is a poison vegetable.
I knew there was a reason why I didn't like it. I knew it.
Hurt me, Jeff.
That's because you've been eating it all your life, Chris, right?
You know, country cooking makes you good looking.
No comment.
Yeah, I'm getting ready. No, nobody's touching that one. John Williams is over in chat. Hello, John. Let me go through chat real quick. What is wrong when you get an error message on a cold start saying CPU is overheating? I have no idea.
There's like a convenience store that's close to me, and they advertise on the radio. They got food there. It's like a restaurant there, and they got that type of food, country cooking, and they say country cooking makes you good looking.
Jingles sell things. I mean, we all know that. Tony Waddle was first. Rick Lakes was second. Greg Dry was third, and he was busy making chicken, onions, peppers, rice. Oh, speaking of rice, we found out last night brown rice is actually not bad for people with diabetes. Now, that doesn't mean we're going to go out and buy a bunch of brown rice, because I don't miss rice at all, but should she want to make rice, we now know brown rice is the route to go.
I'll just point out one thing in my experience with brown rice, and I like it. It takes longer to cook than white rice.
I've heard that. I don't know. Some of the food, like barbecue or pork ribs. Hang on, Sean. I'll come back to you. Pork ribs, believe it or not, are bad for people with diabetes. And what did we have over the summer several times? Pork ribs. So, again, I knew my blood sugar was going up. Common sense. We went back to eating bread. We went back to eating potatoes. We went back to eating no sweets. We are avoiding sweets like the plague. But we were eating foods with a lot of carbs. Bacon, sausage. I have sausage every morning. 2 patties every morning. Guess what's bad for diabetes?
Sausage.
Exactly. We did away with bacon a while back. Yeah, go ahead, Sean. You were going to say something?
Yeah, I buy the ones in the minute brown rice. You just take the lid off and put it in the fridge for a minute, and it's done.
Yeah, my Vietnamese wife would never let that happen. I mean, we have to do it the old-fashioned way.
Instant rice is convenient, but it isn't nearly as good as the slow-cooked variety.
Right. Yes, Ghetto. I mean, Alex.
So do you prefer patties or do you prefer lengths of sausage?
Either or. We buy it in the long tubes, and then she chops it up. Sometimes she'll roll it into a link, and sometimes she'll flatten it out into a patty.
Or you're like me and you prefer Slim Jims?
No, I cannot tell you the last time I had a Slim Jim. Years.
Or should I won't eat just Slim Jims. So I guess I should say like beef sticks or meat sticks.
No,
because they're like made with pork and beef and.
No, I mean, again, things of that nature are okay to eat. It's moderation. You can't eat 15, 16 of them at a time. You just have to be moderate about it. You just can't.
You go on a trip and it's like between lunch and dinner time, say it's 3 o'clock, you grab a Slim Jim at a store or something, that's good.
No, we had light blueberry yogurt today, 80 calories. It's on the list.
The issue I have is my parents, my mom and dad have a knack for doing stuff, for getting out and doing stuff at about lunchtime, but then not stopping to get food. Of course, when we're driving down the road and we're passing all these food places, and I haven't eaten. That's all I'm thinking about is food.
Okay, on the count of 3, everybody at the same time say, "Aw, Alex." Ready? 1. Mrs. K just got another ad. That's the 4th ad she got. It's supposed to run at 12 minutes. I did experiment with the Doug thing where you can insert ads. It didn't work for me. In fact, I will try to insert an ad now. Let me know if you get an ad. I'm clicking on the insert ad button. You know what? I'm going to wait for hers to finish and see if maybe it shows up over there.
존 윌리엄즈
John says, "Oh, Alex." Yeah, Alex, I don't want to be the bearer of bad news or burst your bubble or anything, but you're not starving right now. You're not skin and bones yet, so you can afford to pass a few more places. Not going to kill you. Not that I'm a dietitian or anything like that, but you'll be all right. But I can tell, it's a good thing, it's a bad thing. We had the conversation, and we really are gearing toward when the new medication gets in. This is good practice for when the new medication gets in, because I will be a few days used to checking my blood sugar 3 times a day, writing down the foods and seeing what the results are. That'll give us a baseline. And then once the new medications kick in, we'll see if it actually makes a difference or not. Hopefully it will. I have a goal to be under 230 on October 21st. That's when my follow-up appointment is. That's about 1.8 pounds a week of weight to lose, and I think that's achievable, especially if I do something stupid like go outside and play golf in 93-degree weather. All right. Her ad is over. I'm going to go up here to insert ad in the studio. I'm going to click on insert ad. And I clicked it.
Sunday ticket.
You got an ad, Greg, really?
Yep.
Wow. Now, she did not.
존 윌리엄즈 said AAAWWWW can.
I do believe it said somewhere that mileage may vary. Some people may not. I don't know. But I find it's weird she gets so many of them. Interesting news I found out today, being out of commission for a week, we had a death on our block this past week. There were 4 homicide detectives on our block. Apparently, someone went to do a welfare check and found someone had passed away. Not an elderly person either. Thank goodness. Babe, somebody's at the door. That joke never gets old. It's kind of interesting here. Let's hope I don't overdo it. Long Dog says for dinner it was 136, which is 30. Oh, your blood sugar. Well, okay. I got super insulin to bring it down in about 3 to 4 hours. Yeah, right now I'm good. I check it. It's below the threshold number. I'm good. I'll know more after October 21st. And we're really, and again, I started to touch on this. It's a good thing, bad thing. We had the conversation. We agreed we're going to cut down on the portions. We agreed we're going to cut wheat bread is good for diabetes. I didn't know that. White bread's terrible. I knew that. We haven't had white bread in years. Sourdough bread, believe it or not, is okay for people with diabetes, which is nice because every time we eat out, I like sourdough bread. So that works really nice. The main thing we've got to do is we've got to cut down on the portions. And I've been trying to get her to do that for a while. Now that we've gone to the doctor and the doctor pointed some things out, it helps. Long Dog, good to hear the motherboard had a dead CMOS battery in it. Okay. Yeah, I'm probably going to do about a 15-minute experiment on the new machine tonight. I'm going to bring part of this new project I'm working in. I bored Ghetto earlier today. I showed him a little bit of it. And I think once I get it done, if and when, it'll be really cool. I did redesign the logo, sorta. Mrs. K likes the original logo with the 2 green lines and the Ken Style Live in it. So that's the one I want to recreate. I ran into problems with that. So I temporarily recreated a new one, and now I can't get it to do anything. About it. That's about my Sunday.
Tomorrow starts my vacation.
Where are you going on vacation? Hotel 6?
No, to a hotel here in Gilbert.
Oh, okay. And that's
we have abscess. I can't say that word. Somebody help me.
Asbestos?
Yeah, we found out that our house has it, and so they're going to be removing it for the next 2 or 3 days. So we have to stay in a hotel.
Doesn't split the area, the whole house.
I don't know. I think just where the water leak was. I don't know, but I'm going to be taking my little Dell tower, and I'm going to take 2 of these monitors over here that are HDMI compatible, and have 2 display port cables, and I hope the Wi-Fi at the hotel's good.
Well, you know it will be, Sean. It's a hotel. They're going to have the best Wi-Fi possible. It's 100% secure. You don't have to worry about anything.
He's going to the Hotel California.
Yeah.
Well,
you're not leaving Arizona, are you?
The good thing is that USAA is actually paying for our hotel stay, so we don't have to pay for anything. Plus, my mom's deductible was $1,000, and they take everything. They take care of everything else. They had to cut up a lot of our carpet, so that room that they cut the carpet in, we're going to get brand new carpet laid in that room. So that, and the insurance is paying for that too. So that's good.
Yeah, we vacuumed all the carpet. Well, when I say we, I vacuumed all the carpets today. And
Ken, you might want to be careful. Your wife might have filmed you doing it, and she might put it on her imaginary YouTube channel. And then you're going to be mad. You're going to be looking through YouTube, and you're going to be like, hey, that's neat clean.
I'm man enough to admit I do housework. It don't kill me. I've washed the dishes. I fold the clothes. I wash the clothes. I will not iron the clothes, though. I had enough of that in the military. I don't mind making the bed. I don't mind vacuuming the carpets. I do what I can to help out.
My dad hated that he lived in Albuquerque because his job put him in Albuquerque for a couple years. And my mom lived here and took care of us, and he worked in Albuquerque. He hated it because he'd done so much in the Air Force that when he went to Albuquerque, he was the only one living there in the house, and he had to do the ironing again, and he was all mad about that.
I will not iron, and I'm getting Mrs. K to be better at not ironing. unless it's a formal function or something, we absolutely have to be spiffy, if that's a word to use. Then that's why I wear t-shirts. You don't have to iron. Mrs. K used to iron my t-shirts. I wear t-shirts for a reason. You don't have to iron.
I don't iron shirts. I don't iron
If you name it, I've ironed it, Chris, at one point or another when I was in the Army. I used to hate it. That was kind of a weird thing, too, because first thing they tell you when you get your BDU's battle dress uniform is do not iron them. And you go to your first formation in a non-iron uniform, then you get, why isn't your uniform ironed? Regulations say you're not supposed to iron it.
My dad irons his shirts and stuff for church at least every other Sunday or something. But he's the pastor of the church, so
I understand that a little bit, but
yeah, I mean, when certain positions in life, you probably don't want to walk in looking like Pigpen from Charlie Brown. I mean, that makes sense. Right? That's a reference I think we all can get in our mind, can we not?
Although it depends on the fabric. Sometimes if you had cotton shirts, like in the old days, you really needed to iron them. And we're not what they called wash and wear, which we have now.
At our church, we celebrated a couple's 65th wedding anniversary today.
My
Did
goodness.
you restart your skivvies?
No comment.
I don't remember this for sure, but we had one couple at our old church that I swear they were married for over 70 years because they were both in their 90s when they passed away.
We have a lot of people in the Zoom homies and in chat that have been married for 50 plus years. I kind of fall into the Doug Betts thing that when I was 18, I thought the girl that I married would last longer than it did, and obviously it didn't. And I didn't learn the first 3 times, but we've been together 17 years now, and even if, I think right now, if we were to say that's it, we're done, we would still probably live together and live out our days not being married. Not that there's an advantage. Long Dog says, I think I'm at the 43. Long Dog, let me give you some marital advice. It's when you talk to your wife, it's not I think, you know. You do not think.
Well, I'll give you some examples of having good luck. I was married 45 years before my wife passed, and I forgot our wedding anniversary 3 times.
Oh, no. And you're still here?
She forgot it the same 3 years.
Really?
Really.
Oh, that saved your butt.
Absolutely.
존 윌리엄즈 세대 LMAO.
It is, but I mean, and it's not made up. That's a true story.
I'm going to, in the remaining 5 minutes we have left here, I'm going to go make a change to something. I want to see something here.
토니 왈로 세드로.
Next month, we're having our church's 40 anniversary. Our church will be around for 40 years. And there's actually some members at our church that were there from the get-go. There's still people at our church that go to our church that've been there the whole 40 years that it's been out at Gilbert Presbyterian Church.
our church is kind of got I don't really know how old it is. I mean,
I don't remember the date on the cornerstone of the one that I grew up in this little town of Dunlap, Kansas. But I do remember what it said on there. It said Methodist Episcopal Church North. So it was founded after they had split for the Civil War. Late sometime in the 1800s.
I don't know the exact number, but I know a while back my former church celebrated 125 years a ways back. So I don't know exactly what number they're on now, but
I do know our pastor that we got. Well, he was there before he left and come back, but he kind of started the church. So there was we're come off the Methodist, so we had lady preachers, and there was three ladies that just gathered every Sunday, and it finally just grew after that.
My grandma's church is special because, as far as I'm aware, preacher they still have to date was the first preacher they ever had when they first got started.
Wow.
And at our church, after you're a pastor and you retire, you're not allowed to be a member of our church anymore. You have to go to another church.
I've never
You
ever
can
heard
go,
of it.
Sean. You can't even go and just not be a member.
Nope. You have to leave the church and go to another church.
To me, that doesn't make sense. But I've always grown up Baptist.
Our church, the pastor's not even a member.
Mm.
Well,
All right, I'll be back in a little bit, Ken.
We'll be here. Can't remember what the command is I want to use here.
Ken Starlight said hello, great guy.
There we go. I like it. I changed the voice for Greg. I like it. Took me a minute to remember how to do that. All right, we're going to wrap this up. We're coming up on 10:29 here. I'd like to be right at the half-hour mark. I want to thank everyone for being here as usual. If you want to join us on Zoom, address is over there.
On the Facebook Nam site, goodbye Ken.
Yeah, that one's random. I've got to go in. I got to get better at assigning specific
John Williams
voices.
said thanks Ken.
Thank you, John. Thank you for being here night in and night out. Thank you, Long Dog, for being here. Thank you, Tony, for being here. Thank you, Sam, for being here and trolling in the background. I appreciate it. Let me see anyone else I missed here. I think Rick was here. Darren was here. Hello, Darren. Darren will be joining us on Zoom, I'm quite sure. And I am picking a bone on Zoom when I get to Zoom, by the way. Alex. You were going to say something?
I was going to say I really want ever since I got the VR, I've really wanted to be able to join Zoom on the VR and see all of y'all's pretty faces in 360-degree view. But unfortunately, there's no Zoom app for the VR.
I don't think we're going to look any different in virtual reality than we look right now.
Have you watched Tammy with the VR?
Actually, I can.
And with that, I'm going to end the stream. Good night, everybody.
Good night.